Hi, my name is Emanuel. I'm going to talk to you about Hidden Figures, the movie. Hidden Figures shows discrimination and systematic racism in a fragmented and prejudiced society. It is based on a true story from 1960s and shows how three outstanding women in the field of space science imposed their intelligence and perseverance to be recognized in an unfair and crushing work environment. The film not only shows the individual achievement of each woman, it also exposes the reality of everyday life and the acts of racism to which they were exposed. Many of these acts of racism inequality were to norm, not only in the labor system against African Americans, but also how women were unfairly treated in society for the simple fact of being black. In 1961, people of color did not have the same career opportunity as white. One of the main characters of the movie Hidden Figures is Mary Jackson, a prominent of aspiring engineer at NASA. Her story is the perfect example of the professional inequality between black people and white people in America. In her professional career, Mary ran into several hurdles to get her engineering study underway. In 1961, people of color were not allowed to study at prestigious universities like Hampton Institute, now Hampton University, which was still one of the segregated campuses in Virginia. After fighting for a special permission to join her peers, she approved her studies and became NASA's first African American engineers. The whites support the blacks to take advantage of him. Certainly, the history of pioneers of science is full of achievement, but it was not always this way. The role of black women in the field of science and mathematics was filled with obstacles. Women of color were denied the right to excel in the work fields of their choice. They were assigned temporary tasks, thus limiting the possibility of professional development and growth. In this way, control was maintained over women, giving them value only when necessary. During the time, and the unfortunately still today, systematic racism continues to take center stage in many institutions. Blacks are only recognized when they fight for their positions. Many of the small victories of racial equality did not come to their own weight. Nobody said, "Look at the woman, she is brilliant." All came from an act of empowerment, no matter how small. In the movie, Katherine Johnson has to prove multiple times that she was a part with a stood out from any one of their peers. Dorothy Bonham always proved to be tough fan with her supervisors, demanding that the word of hers, and the professionals in science and computation under her change to recognize. Mary Jackson had to fight the system and demand to be recognized as an equal before the education system. In conclusion, I find respectful the way in which the director developed the point of view in a critical way. Not only the achievement of each woman in the film, but also the unpleasant experiences they have to go through. It is nice how they empower each of them in the midst of all situations, presenting them as a strong woman who always has the last word. who do not allow themselves to be dominated by the emotion of despair that anyone would fit being in their positions. Although it's annoying to know that their anecdote brought in the firmament still continue happening in our current society. It is comforting to know that the memory of the fight against the equality of women that are still in force are not lost.